ask you, where do you get your support from, and how do you manage your stress? Hey you guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Latasha Brown, here to help you experience a greater and healthier life and financial life. My hopes is that when you land on this channel, that you leave informed, inspired, and ignited, and that you leave filled up with hope that you've landed in a safe space. Because y'all, this channel is a no judgment zone. So today, I wanted to come to you and just ask you this question. How do you manage your stress, and where do you get your support from? Today, I just want to share with you some things that I've been experiencing and how I'm coping and dealing and managing my stress while I'm on my journey. And I hope that you find some inspiration behind this video. So yeah, let's dive right in. So many of you know that I'm a mom. I have 3 children and a bonus son. My daughter is 21. She is a junior in college going into her senior year. She has her own place. She lives in her apartment and she also works. And recently she had an injury that put her out of work for 5 weeks, and she had to come home just so that she can heal from her injury. And in the midst of all that, she lost her job due to the extended amount of weeks that she would be out of work. And then I have a 16-year-old son who is going through some of the most challenging times of his life. I mean, we all know that in our teen years, it's some of the critical times that we have because we no longer feel like that we're kids. We want to do things our own way. We don't want to listen to anyone. And that can be challenging on mom, right? Then I have a 6-year-old who is adventurous. She keeps me going, y'all, literally. She wants to explore everything. She wants to do everything. And just last year, it was very challenging for her. She had to experience some of her kindergarten year along with majority of her first grade year in virtual learning. And then she had to experience and had the question of why her black skin or brown skin does not fit in, trying to understand and wrap her 6-year-old mind around that. And I had to take her down memory lane and explore our culture and our black history with her. And then as parents, you know, we have these big goals, we have these financial goals, and we're trying to, you know, figure it all out along with figuring it all out as mom and dad. And it can be challenging, it can be stressful. And today, I just want to share with you some things that I'm doing to help cope, to help manage my stress, and just to be proactive and get ahead of things and to deal with things before it become a big elephant, and instead of being reactive and waiting till something happens and then act. So how do we manage our stress? And when we have goals, when we're on our journey, how do we continue to stay focused and continue on our path? I'm going to share with you some of the things that I'm doing to handle and manage stress, y'all. So one of the things that I've done, you know, when we had our open enrollment, I knew that, you know, my children are getting, you know, they're going through the different stages of life, you know, 21, 16, and 6. And then my bonus son is 18. So I knew that it was time for me to take a look at our benefits with my employer just to kind of see what was offering so I could take advantage of as much as I could to help me alleviate any financial anxiety. I have my emergency fund, but I also wanted to just prepare myself for things that could occur, just like the accident and the injury with my daughter. So Last year when we was in open enrollment, I added on some accidental insurance that would prepare me for any financials outside of my medical coverage. And it came in handy, y'all. So with the accidental insurance, I was able to cover any expenses that my medical insurance doesn't cover. Expenses such as, co-pays, co-insurances, expenses that causes us to be out of work, time away from work or out of work. And I added this on for my family so my daughter will be able to take advantage of that insurance and just help prepare her for being out of work. So it helped to alleviate that financial anxiety. The second thing that I've done is just to not bottle all of this up. No matter how much you make, matter how much you prepare, no matter our statuses, it doesn't exempt us from experiencing stress. Stress happens. And so before, I would bottle it all up, try to deal with it alone, try to even avoid just facing it. But recently I gave myself permission to feel, because if we do not sit with how we're feeling behind the stress, it could push us to emotionally spend or make unwise financial decisions. So I allow myself to feel. I can't hold this all in. I can't bottle it all up. I give myself permission to feel it, let it out, and sit with it. I cannot hold it in. I can't allow myself to stop feeling, because feelings are real and we have to face it. Face whatever it is causing the stress. Then what I done is just to kind of take my mind, my focus solely off of my goals. Because you know what? Money is just one piece of the puzzle. Money is one piece of the puzzle, but in order to have a sense of peace and harmony over your life, you have to nurture every area of your life. And so sometimes that means to, not stop taking action, not to give up, but sometimes we have to pause for a moment and nurture the other pieces, connect the other pieces, focus on what matters most. If that is connecting with your family, your children, spending time with them, that way you're removing your focus off whatever it is stressing you, but you allowing yourself to take that pressure off and just focus on what really matters. The things that you love to do, planning for the things that you love to do. Maybe you need to take the spa day. Maybe you need to take the beach trip. Plan for it. That way it takes some of the pressure off of you and allow you to explore some of the things that you love to do. And even connecting with family members, even distant family members, just kind of pausing for a moment and just allowing you to do something that's enjoyable to help alleviate the stress. And just remember that yes, money and finances matter, but also your health matters. Also, your mental health matter. Also, your children, your family matter. All of that are pieces of the puzzle that makes the complete picture. So when we nurture on one thing solely, it can also affect and impact other things in your life. So take time to focus on what matters, what you love to do, what's enjoyable. Another thing that I'm doing is focusing on my emotional support. I always say you can't do it alone. You cannot do this thing alone. And sometimes you have to seek support outside of the home and seek emotional support. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I have a career, I have a business, and I can't do all the things. So, what I've done is took advantage of our employee assistant programs and actually seeked help with a therapist for my emotional support. Because here's the thing, as mom, as business owner, as, in my career, and, I have to be able to fill up other people or support other people, but I also have to find support with it for myself, because I can't be all the things and pour from an empty place. So I tapped into our employee assistant program, and with that program, we get 3 free visits to see a therapist. And what this does is to help with coping mechanism with stress, to help me deal with emotional support, anxiety, because different stages of life, I say every 5 to 7 years requires you to shift. It requires you to shift the things that you normally do. Sometimes they don't work, and we have to be able to shift with life. And so when you have someone that you can talk to and someone that supports you, it helps you to make wise decisions. It helps you to support your family and your children, because you're getting the support that you need. So don't take, your mental health lightly. Don't take your emotional support lightly. Get the support and help that you need so that you can be filled up, so that you will not pour from an empty place, because it matters. You matters. And guess what? You're not alone. So I wanted to share these things with you. And I also want to remind you that there is light at the end of the tunnel. I always say that. It's light at the end of the tunnel. And sometimes when we're going through some of the darkest, trying times, we cannot see that light. But I hope that you can tap into this inspiration and know that you're not alone. Do whatever you need to do to be proactive, to avoid going into a place of further stress, anxiety, and depression. And just know that there's resources, there's things that are out there to help you with whatever you're dealing with. And if this is not for you, share it with a mom that may need the inspiration, that may need the hope that she's not experiencing something alone, and that help is there, and that she can tap into this inspiration as well. Because we grow through things together. So I hope that you receive some inspiration from this video. Thank you for checking it out. And do me a great big favor, like this video. Your likes matters to me. It lets me know that this was helpful. It lets me know that you're out there. Also, subscribe to my channel if you like things such as, financial wellness, financial health, experiencing financial inspiration on your journey, tapping into that hope that you can do this, being able to be inspired and motivated in all areas of your life. Because like I said, finances is just one piece of the puzzle. But being able to tap into resources and inspiration to help find the harmony and peace in all areas of your life. And to be able to find tips and resources to manage your money. If you like those topics, subscribe to my channel. I would graciously appreciate it. And then bang on that notification bell so that you're notified when I drop another video on this channel. You will find a new video every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if that schedule change, I will let you know. But in the meantime, in between time, I hope that you all have an abundant day. Remember, there's light at the end of the tunnel. And I hope that you all have an amazing rest of your week. Bye, y'all.